Welcome to another edition of the Red Carpet. We have with us Mr. Selvaraghavan, one of the pioneers who have pioneered something new in Tamil cinema and has taken the road less travelled.
Selva also does a post-mortem on what went wrong with Irandam Ulagam.
I've known cinema and I love cinema, and first time I realized cinema is also about cheating people,
Selvaraghavan opens up on his wife Geeta Nelly's new film, what it's about, and the star cast and other details.
We want to make a movie about how to understand the wedding a lot better, and because I think we have the maximum record break of divorces happening, including mine one.
And what about the Simbu film that he's going to direct? Yes, Selva opens up on that too.
We're all excited about, because I never done an action and entertaining and...
So this will be a full-length action entertainer.
Yeah.
Selvaraghavan also talks about how his daughter Leela Vati got him out of his depressive phase in his life.
Well, let me tell you, when you go through your worst times, and in today's fast world, you won't have any friends.
Here is what Selva thinks about K Vijay.
I couldn't take that day. I was mentally gone, completely devastated.
Welcome to the show, Selva. Hi. Selva, you were away for almost 2 years. What were you doing?
I was raising my children. raising my children.
Yeah.
Doing stuff
What happened with your last movie? It was critically appreciated to a large extent.
It took me 2 years to make it, 2 years to get over it.
Yeah.
So I think that sums everything, no? That sums up.
Huh. So 2 years you were working on any script when you were sitting at home?
Obviously you can't be away for so long, because I started as a writer, not as because when we started I always want to write, not to make movies. Then you want to convert it to yourself because you think that you can do a better job. So that's how I become a filmmaker. So nothing wrong in going back to your roots and write, and it's a nice lazy job. You don't have to suffer much, and there is so much pain involved in that, but you don't have to see the sun.
Would you say, give us a post-analysis of what went wrong with Irandam Ulagam? Can you say something about it?
Basically, it's a kind of film you shouldn't make it in India.
You were ahead of your times?
I'm not saying I'm ahead of my times. I said you shouldn't make it, you shouldn't touch it. You don't have the right people to make something like that. Because if you put it in the right words, today everything people don't keep their deadlines, and people don't fulfill their promises, and people don't, when you trust somebody, they'll come up with the good stuff. And today the trend is they come and force it on your face at the last minute, and you have no idea because the release date is being announced, and you have no choice other than releasing it. My vision of Irandam Ulagam is beautiful. If it come the way I wanted, but after a point I've given up. So you can't do it 1,000 times, the same sequence. You can't explain it 1,000 times. You can't start from the beginning again and again and again. I'm a human being after all. So we have done it on the day one of 2 years, and I have done it just 2 months before completing 2 years, and they have been doing the same thing. And that's a very sad thing, and because I've known cinema and I love cinema, and first time I realized cinema is also about cheating people.
Oh, that's too much.
Yeah. So that's more than the result or anything. That's what I couldn't digest.
So it was a bitter lesson for you.
It's not a bitter lesson. It's between life or death. It's not a bitter lesson. Because I never realized you just jump into a well, and even swimming, and you're just going down. So it's something like that. How far you can you can swim and swim and swim I thought people are coming up with ropes or anything, but later I realized it's just to strangle me.
What changes has Leelavati brought in you as a father? You said you were with her for a long time.
I can easily say I'm alive because of only heard Deepika Padukone is talking about depression, like like I heard like, and it's a very
the NDTV interview.
Yeah, interview. So a lot of people don't reveal it actually how bad the depression is. Actually, the worst disease in the world is depression.
So you underwent a depressive period.
I went through much more than that. So the depression is like you don't need a reason. You can eat. You can go in a fancy car, like you can do well or you don't do well. There's no reason for depression actually. But depression is like, a lot of people don't talk about it because they think it's like, it's not a, right thing to reveal.
No. That's true. But you're willing, and Leelavati was the one bright spot in your life.
Yeah, she pulled me out of the depression.
And when you went through this particular depressive period, were you able to identify your friends, those who stood with you, and
Well, let me tell you, when you go through your worst times, and in today's fast world, like you won't have any friends. So, I can, as I went through, I can advise people like, be very careful. You can't trust anyone here.
Oh, that's a very big statement you're making.
I'm telling the truth.
Have you become very religious with your amulet on your chest, and you become very, very religious of late?
I think everybody has become. It's not only me. They might say, people lie that they don't, they don't become religious or they don't trust in God. I think everybody lies. I think secretly everybody, in the middle of the night, they go to Tirupati and come back. They just lie in front of the camera. I think after a point, you just can't help it. Like, you need to, you need such a big shoulders to lean on, and nobody can provide you with that. Like, only God can provide you with that.
Can you share some memories of KB sir?
I'm a man like who, it's very difficult. I just don't wake up and weep like a child for 2 days in a row. I'm not a man like that. So I couldn't take that day. Like, I was mentally gone, completely devastated, and because everybody knows him like K Vijay, the legend, or like more than a legend. But I have seen, I have known him like personally also, and a couple of words like what he told me, I still remember it to my heart, and I still keep the letter what he wrote to me, like after saying Kadal Kondain, so because he's almost like a father figure to me. Like, I don't know how many people know that, because everybody thinks like maybe I worked for him, for a very few months or something like that, but I think I consider it as like a treasure.
And now what next? There's so much news in the papers today about your new movie with Selvaraghavan. Tell us something.
We already started that project. We already started, and I think people pulled it down. So now we pushed it up. So
what do you mean by people pulling you down?
Some things you can say and some things you can't say, right? Because it's been like dragged down. Like, it's been like it shouldn't. People they made sure like it shouldn't. It won't happen.
So somebody sabotaged the project.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have revived the project and you have brought it back.
Yeah.
What is it about?
No, I think it's too early to talk about it, because it's still third draft is done and I have to do one more draft.
Just tell us the star cast at least.
Star cast so far we have Chimbu and Chimbu, and Chimbu.
What about the heroines? I read somewhere that Trisha and
we are like in talks with not only Trisha. We are in talks with like a lot of people. Like so, in couple of days we'll know like who we're gonna finalize.
Okay, and you are getting back with UN Shankar Raja. UN Shankar Raja and Selvaraghavan has produced some of the best songs in Tamil cinema. Please tell us something about the music of the film and how important is UN in your career as a music director, because you had a very good partnership going one time.
With friends, it's even you don't see them for years or you don't work with them for years. It takes just 5 minutes to forget everything and just join hands and everything is forgotten, and then immediately you get the vibes right. Or if you work with somebody new, like then it takes some time. So that's one good thing about like being friends and working together again. So years might have passed, but we haven't changed. Like Yvonne hasn't changed or I haven't changed.
But what happened to you between? Sometime there was a freeze.
No, it always happens when you work 4-5 films together. Like I think we worked 6 films together, if my count is right, like officially and unofficially. So after 6 films you always need a break. Like he needs his space and I need my space and everything. Like it's because it's become like little magic of working together is becoming like slowly boredom. Like how much you can drag it from him and how much he can drag it from me. Like after a point it just snaps. So then you go back and repair everything and then come back and try to extract like again.
How did you have any music settings with him or?
Yeah, we finished one song.
Oh, already one song.
Yeah, we finished one song, and now from next month we're gonna sit again for the rest of the songs.
Okay, and who is the cameraman of the movie?
I will know in a couple of days.
Because there's been talk that Madhu Ambat is the cameraman.
Yeah, because we are supposed to the whole team, Chimbu, me, Madhu Ambat, we all been like supposed to do that film. No, we are supposed to do that film. What I told you, like what happened to that film. So the team is right there. So one by one we have to finalize because the producers are new, and we have to start set everything rolling like slowly.
Okay. What's the storyline or something you can tell us about?
When I make a movie, I want to make a movie which excites me. Like otherwise, I don't make movies. I mean, that's an example of why I haven't touched anything for the last 2 years. Like it should excite me, and we're all excited about. Because I never done an action and entertaining and.
So this will be a full-length action entertainer.
Yeah.
Musical?
No, I can't call it a full-length action entertainer. I think it's a travel, like it's a travel, and it's not a musical, of course. I think again it's like I need to finish my script.
In commercial cinema, a hit matters most than anything else.
Yeah.
How would you rate? How are your chances? Do you make compromises in your script and your story to make it commercially viable in your future projects, I'm telling?
Today I think it's impossible to make a movie without compromises. Like when we started, it's not like that.
Okay.
Today I personally think it's impossible.
Impossible. That's a very hard statement you're saying.
Yeah.
So commercial cinema rules.
Commercial cinema rules, dictates, and does everything. Like, or you give me one film like which stood. Which also can come up with numbers like 100 crores, which also could come up with saying like like all over well received. So you can't make a movie for a small audience or critical acclaim. Then end of the day you have to go back and eat like.
So it's a question of survival.
It's more than survival. Like if you wanna, it's between either you will live or just run away from it. Like do something else. Survival is something else, but it's either you do this or go back to farming or something like that.
Have you seen any of the recent movies which has impressed you?
No, I haven't. And I haven't been impressed. Like
any foreign movie or something you have seen?
A lot of I think even they are completely turned commercial. Even though some gems like coming here and there, like, but even they completely today, it's not like, I mean, you can't make a skinless list today. I don't think even Spielberg will make one. Like,
Okay. Now, what about your Bollywood dreams? Would you be doing a movie with Dhanush in Bollywood? That's what a lot of people were asking.
no, as I said, I have, for me, making movies is enough. Like, where I make it doesn't matter. Whether it's Dhanush or Shah Rukh Khan or anything, because making movies is a beautiful experience. So otherwise I would have gone long time before. I had offers, and because I couldn't go, because always I was doing either Ayrathil Varuvans or Irandam Ulagams here, and I couldn't give them like go and do it there. Or if you're going to do it there, you have to settle down there. You have to do justice to the movies. Like, so I was happy with what I was making. Like, more than that, I'm looking at international circuits rather than, like, doing, and because I don't think Bollywood cinema is like, even they have completely become commercial totally. So I'm going to do a bigger commercial film there. Like, I'm not going to do anything like going there, going to give me, maybe money will be more. But at the end of the day, it's all the same. Like, because it's a beautiful excerpt from Rajini sir. I read somewhere like how much ever you earn, whatever you are, you still can sit in the same car. The space you occupy, the food you eat, it's all the same. Like, so it's how you see it.
Your wife Geetanjali is making one of your scripts.
Yeah.
Tell us something about the film and its title, and what is the first look about?
Somebody who's gone through so much pain, because today in the fast life, about the after marriage has become such an important concept. Like, it's a very important concept. People don't have time to look at the minute and fine details, like what she wants and what I want. Today everything is about adjusting or ignore it. Like, there's nothing about like understanding. Like, so we want to make a movie about like how to understand the wedding a lot better, and because I think we have the maximum record break of divorces happening, including mine one.
So is there a personal element in this movie?
You can't make a movie without personal elements, so there is always a personal element present.
அப்படி நான் என்ன பெருசா கேட்டேன்? நீங்களா வாழ்ற மாதிரி சாதாரண ஒரு வாழ்க்கை. அது ஏன் எனக்கு மட்டும் கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது?
So it's taking a leaf out of your personal life. Geetanjali is making a movie now.
Yeah, you can say a tree out of personal life, not just a leaf.
So it deals with and the title is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful title, like because I think there is a time, when the sun sets, you can't call it darkness, or you can't call it, complete light. Like, so it's a beautiful light we want to capture. I think wedding is that kind of light. Everybody falls in that light. Like, it's like for a moment you just close your eyes and enjoy it, and in that moment everybody takes a decision, let's get married. Once that moment is over, then the bright sun comes and everybody suffers. So it's a concept like that. So it's not only about those magical moments, it goes much beyond that, and so that's why we want to deal with it. Malai Nerthu Mayakam.
Okay, so it's a very meaningful title.
Yeah,
that's what you are saying.
Yeah.
And who are the artists doing the movie?
We are launching our editor's son, Kola Bhaskar's son, and a young girl from Punjab. Like, it's called Vamika.
What's your advice to the young directors? A lot of young directors, they have you as a role model. What's your advice to them? How to make cinema today?
When I'm still learning, I can't advise young filmmakers, but what I could tell them is like, never let go of that fire when how you started. That's the most important thing. Because times like you will completely off. People will come and pour gallons of water, and the fire will be gone. Like, but somehow learn to ignite it again.
Keep going.
Keep going. At least a small, a small flame, like somewhere it should be burning. Like, otherwise, you'll be finished.
Okay. That was nice talking to you, sir.
Nice talking to you, sir.